Fanalysis.
How you doing, guys, and welcome to another episode of Fanalysis. Before I start, I've got to say congratulations to Daniel Dubois. He went in there and he executed the game plan that him and Don Charles worked on, and he made his team proud, and he's now the IBF legit champion, in his words, because he said if he beats Joshua he will then legitimise his title. So he's a legit champ. What I would say now, on the flip side, is that I thought Anthony Joshua, after the first punch he took in the first round, was very careless. Well, he was careless leading up to that punch. That's what I meant to say, because he went in there with his hands low, his chin up, was moving back in straight lines. Now, I don't think he overlooked Daniel Dubois, but I definitely think he underestimated Daniel Dubois. And as hard as he was training, him and Ben, I just feel that he underestimated Daniel Dubois, and he went in there too relaxed, too cavalier, and he believed that he was going to just walk in and walk through Daniel Dubois, which is a shame because he was so close to becoming 3 times, and it all just slipped away. Now, he said they did have game plans, but he even said himself after the first punch that he felt that, and then from then on it was recovering. Now, one thing I want to address is a lot of people now, especially the haters, are now saying that Anthony Joshua's a bum and he's rubbish. Well, I'll be honest with you, I don't agree with that. You don't become a bum being 2 times world champion, unified champion, collecting the belts, and he collected the belts off champions, no matter what you want to say about those champions. And if you look in history, you'll find other people have collected the belts off other champions that you might not think are worthy. But he went round, he collected them belt, and he has done a lot for British boxing. But the way he performed on that night, it was just terrible. And what I would also say is the people, the boxing fans that they call themselves, that are hating on Anthony Joshua and calling him a bum, what you're really saying is that you believe that he was a bum, he was never any good, and now you're saying that Daniel Dubois is the real deal, so you're saying he became the real deal by beating a bum. No, if you want to give him his real credit, the reason that it's a big thing and it's called an upset is because Anthony Joshua was good, and yes, he was favourite to win. It didn't go his way, and Daniel Dubois is now the champion. Well, he was the champion, he walked into the ring the champion, he's walking out the ring the champion. But what I'm saying is, legitimised it like he wanted to do, and he beat a very good fighter to do so. Where they're going to go from here, I'm not sure. Daniel Dubois, he's open to a rematch, but he's also open to the winner between Fury and Usyk. And he said, whoever pays the most, that's where he'll go. Anthony Joshua, I haven't heard whether he's open to the rematch, but he said his career isn't finished, and he seems positive, and he seems to realise that the mistakes he made were real careless amateur mistakes that should never have been made. And people might not like me saying that he made mistakes because they'll think I'm taking away from Daniel's win, but I'm not doing that. But the haters that say that, they're taking away from his win by calling Joshua a bum, and that's what they need to realise. Considering the knockdowns that Anthony Joshua took in that fight, at the end of it, he was quite coherent at the end in the interviews, and he seems positive. I know deep inside he's hurting, and he said that. But I think he's got the right attitude, stay positive, and just see where it goes from here. Should he retire? That's not my decision, I don't know. That's how he knows how he is. If he wants to come back out and he feels he's ready to come back out, do that. But he's got to know that if he's coming out, come out for a reason. Be confident. Don't underestimate anybody. When he fought Ngannou and Wallin on his comeback, he was more focused. And I think the reason he was more focused for Ngannou is because he believed there was a danger there. So he had a tight guard, and he was more calculated. This time he come out, and I don't believe that he thought the danger was that big, and that may be from the past. But he just come out too cavalier and too reckless, and the fight was over in 6 rounds, and it was over in devastating fashion. But, you know, AJ's still a top fighter in my eyes, and he, you know, whether he retires or not, that's up to him. I think if Anthony Joshua is to carry on, I think he's got to no warm-up fights or tune-up fights, but just get that mind straight. And what you're saying you're doing in the gym, come into the ring with that, and don't underestimate anybody. And if you get beat, you get beat. You showed a lot of heart in that fight, and you didn't quit. He got up every time he was put back down. But he made a lot of mistakes. He also made a lot of mistakes. And that may have been because in the first couple of seconds he come in reckless and cavalier and felt that punch, and it just took it out of him. But he was careless. If he weren't careless and reckless and cavalier and fought smarter, we don't know what the result would have been. People could say they will know, but we don't know. So for me, let's just see where both fighters' paths lead them. Peace. I'm out of here. Hey guys, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.